Hi guys, I'm back. I'm your Sue, and this is Hello AI. And even today's topic is not about artificial intelligence, but we are going to see how and what kind of virus is this corona, and how our body is reacting towards this corona, and why this many deaths are happening. Let's see some science facts and let's understand our cells, our body cells, and corona cells as well. So last year, December 2019, China announced a new virus called coronavirus D19 is affecting all its people. This virus belonged to severe acute respiratory syndrome, which is SARS-2 category. This disease caused by this virus is called COVID-19, which we all know. So what is a virus? Virus is actually an incomplete organism. Like we have DNA, viruses have RNA, which we call it as ribonucleic acid RNA, and this RNA is an incomplete structure of DNA. This RNA is a protein. This RNA is surrounded by proteins and fats like a cover, like a complete cover. This cover is surrounded by a lot of spine structure, which helps viruses to stick to anything very easily. The spine ends with a crown-like structure, and that's why we call this virus as called coronavirus. Even the spine structure is made up of proteins. Alcohol or soap sanitizers are able to destroy this cover. That's why we are always saying wash your hands and not go outside. So next thing, why we call them as incomplete organisms. These viruses cannot live by themselves. This is dependent infection, very dependent infection. This virus gets inside a living cell and uses the cell's fatty liquids and proteins as the food source. Outside cells, it cannot live for long. It can live outside the cell for a very few hours or very few days, that's all. This virus enters through eyes, nose, mouth, and affects your throat first. They live and starts its multiplication through the throat tissues. This gradually causes throat pain and infection. Our body's immune system starts its war at this stage, which results in slight fever or a rise in temperature. Most viruses cannot survive this high temperature, and that's why our immune system is raising our temperature to high. During this war, most viruses get destroyed in our body, including the coronavirus. Our immune system is our best protective shield. Whenever a virus or bacteria or other microscopic organism enters our body, our immune system separates it through certain cell processes and identify the type of microorganism. The cell process is classified based on a chemical the organism releases and the structure of the microorganism. Whenever our immune system understands that it is a foreign body and not belong to the body, our white blood corpuscles, WBC, in the blood starts its process. The protecting shield starts its process. White blood corpuscles in our blood kills the foreign bodies in our blood. So macrophages and neutrophils are some of the soldiers our white blood corpuscles releases. They are our strongest soldiers actually. If the foreign organism is strong, even after this, our immune system releases innate lymphoid cell. And actually, the innate lymphoid cell has these T killer cells. The T killer cells from the innate lymphoid cell kills and removes all the viruses and virus-affected tissues. So at this stage, we can stop spreading and most of the damaged tissues are gone. If the macrophages or neutrophils cannot do the work even after this, the immune cells releases a super powerful weapon called B cells. These cells identify and drag the viruses and drag them to lymph nodes and drag these viruses into hormonal secretions, and these hormonal secretions are super effective in killing all the viruses mostly. So this is our basic body function of this is a basic body function. And our immune system is so friendly and so active, effective, and efficient. But how come the coronavirus affects us even after this? So that's where the coronavirus stands out. So one side our immune system is working like this. On the other side, corona, after affecting the throat, gets to the liver. Our liver has a very thin epithelial tissues. These corona RNA gets into those epithelial tissues and replicate themselves into billion copies and completely becomes a virus. This RNA at this stage now becomes a complete virus. All the epithelial cells now becomes virus and starts to burst into billions and tries to replicate to different light tissues. Finally, in 10 days of liver cells are gone. In 10 days, our liver cells are completely gone. Even till now, there is no severe problem. The problem arises when the immune system enters the liver to attack those corona RNA. Here is where coronaviruses is smart and differentiates itself from the other viruses. So this is the differentiation point. So the coronavirus enters into the immune cells as well and even confuse the immune cells for its identifications. So what kind of confusions we are having here? Our cells communicate with each other through a secretion of hormone called cytokines. Cytokines. The affected immune cells release cytokines, get confused with its communication and sends wrong info to neutrophils, which destroys the strong liver cells instead of the corona affected ones. Due to wrong communication, even the T cells leave the affected liver cells and orders the unaffected liver cells to commit suicide. Due to this, liver gets severely affected. Bacteria then comes into action, and the macrophagus. What the macrophagus does is that it kills the good cells in our liver as well. And finally, here most of the deaths happen. The strong point of this virus is that it turns our immune system against us. Also, it affects the cytokines, the message communication secretion. The message structures changes to different structural patterns, which makes very, very harder for the doctors to find a vaccine for it. So even when you take injections or medicines, those injections and medicines talk among each other's cells and also to the immune cells to find a protective shield against the virus. But here, our own immune system is under the control of this coronavirus. As the immune system is in total confusion, the T cells, B cells, and the killer cells are in confusion. They kill the cells that already affected with corona and cause many disasters, which causes a huge death rate. The people with liver problems and immune problems becomes the victims of this disease easily. But most of the time, our immune system wins the coronavirus. Diabetic patients, heart patients, and blood pressure problems are the major victims. But people who is doing physical exercises and keeping physical health under control is not mostly affected by this COVID-19. But guys, be very, very precautious. This COVID belongs to HIV as they both affect the immune system, but corona is disastrous as it spread easily through cough and very simple things. That's why stay at home, guys. Stay at home, wash your hands, and always take vitamin C, eat healthy food, do more exercises, so together we can avoid and decrease or kill these coronaviruses. So that's all for today. I hope this information is informative for you and it serves some purpose. So thanks for listening, guys. I'm your Sue and this is Hello AI. Take care. Soon this time is going to be over. If you like my recording, like my Spotify channel, subscribe to it and listen to it. And if you like it more, share it to your friends and family. And thank you, guys. Bye bye. Take care. God bless.